I'd like to welcome everybody to Keystroke Live. I'm going to put everybody on mute when I go through the presentation to just cut down on background noise, but I will open it up for questions as once we get finished. Today we're talking about purchase scripts, and just a little bit of housekeeping first. Keystroke Live, same time, same place, every Wednesday, 10 o'clock Mountain Time, same login information. And we have topical technical training on keystroke. You may have noticed recently we're into doing things in purchasing. And the first Wednesday of every month is hosted by our president, Michael Gebb. That's coming up in a couple of weeks. Now, scripting is part of advanced point of sale for Keystroke, and it's available in both sales and purchasing. Purchasing's a lot newer. We've had sales scripts for a long time. Purchasing's newer in the evolution of Keystroke point of sale. You can use it for reminders in purchasing, things like superseded part numbers. You know, they've come out with the latest and greatest, and you want to distinguish them in your database, but maybe you only purchase the new ones so you can replace the old number with the new number. And just like sales, you can have starting and ending scripts or non-inventory item scripts. It may sound strange to purchase a non-inventory item, but a lot of people do that when they do special orders for items that they're not going to carry in their inventory. They will do a non-inventory item with a comment or something like that. And so that's very helpful when you do purchase scripting. You can also, just like with sales, you can do scripts on an individual inventory item, or you can do a script that's for everything within a department, a category, or a location. So it can pretty much do all of the same things. Currently, all the same script types that are available in sales are available in purchases except for Dataport. Dataport does show on the list, but it is not available, although I know it has been requested, so there's a possibility that Dataport may be added as well. Some of the common script types are a reminder message, prompt for comment, adding a tag-along item, or adding items from a list. So let's take a look at Keystroke, and we're in Purchase Manager first. Just like in Sales Manager, you can set up under the Parameters and Entry menu your non-inventory item script, as well as a starting script and ending script. Starting scripts and ending scripts come up anytime you start a transaction. So let's look at a non-inventory item script. It's definitely for stock number 0. It's non-inventory item. You can hit enter. You can give it a script name. And you can have it be a reminder message, but if you're doing a non-inventory item, you're probably going to prompt for a comment. And you can put a message at the top of the comment to remind the clerk that's entering the purchase, the non-inventory item, something like, please enter full information. And that message will pop up, and then you can do a comment. You can say, You can have them enter a part number. You can have them enter a detailed description. Maybe enter the customer name that you're doing this for. And maybe even their sales order number, something like that. You can put whatever you want. It'll remind the clerk what to put in there. Now, it's very important. By default, when you go into scripting, it's set to use on all sales transaction types. Well, we're doing a purchase script. So I'm going to uncheck, and all I did was hit the enter key on all transaction types, everything unchecked here. And I'm going to go down and do this for purchase transaction types. Maybe I only want to do it for a purchase order, or possibly also a reserved order, maybe even a multi-store order if you have multi-store, but we're just going to do it for purchase orders and reserved orders. Just like in sales, you can do advanced restrictions. So maybe during a date time range or happy hour. I can't see a whole lot of application for this for purchasing, but it is possible. You know, day of week, day of month, where this script may run. Also a maximum quantity, minimum quantity. You can even do a filter if you'd like. Something like line item and you know, contains certain information. We're not going to get that complicated at this point, but we're just going to set up a little non-inventory item script. Notice with scripting, you can do this for, have the script only pop up for out of stock items, for the default customer, where in purchasing it would be the default vendor. You probably wouldn't want that. You can set it up for returns only. You can set it up to just run once per transaction. If you're ordering multiple non-inventory items, of course, you probably wouldn't want to do this. You can tell it not to run on new transactions or not to run on edited transactions. We're just going to keep it pretty plain. And click OK for our non-inventory script. The test button just basically kind of shows you what it's going to do if you enter a non-inventory item. It's a reminder message up here, please enter full information, and then it gives places here where the customer can, or the clerk can enter information. Test the script and save it. Maybe a starting script. You might want to have something that reminds the clerk to enter some specific information for a special order. We're not going to set that up, but let me show you how this works. So I'm going to choose a vendor here, and I'm just going to change this and go, I'm going to order a green widget. I'm going to order 5 of them, and my cost is going to be $5 each. As soon as I go to the next line, up pops your script. It's a part number. You know, I can put in the vendor part number. I can put in the description. A specialty green widget, my customer name is Joe Smith, and save it. So as I said, it works pretty much the same as it works in sales, but it can be set specifically for purchasing. Now I could also set up a script on a specific inventory item. So I'm just looking at my list and editing an inventory item here. On my wine, I can set up a script that is used just on purchases and reserved, not on sales, and just a reminder message, maybe and the message might be we want it already chilled. Great. So we're going to save that. And if I then choose this item on my purchase, it's going to pop up, remember to send chilled. And of course I can't spell, but that's okay. So you can set up scripts on inventory items that work just for purchases, just for sales, or you could do both. Now this one just had a purchase script, and if you're going to do both, you might remember in the name this is a POR wine reminder, and you could do another script if you wanted for sales and set it up whatever you want, and they won't step on each other. So it's a great way to prompt your clerks for things. You can, we talked about superseded part numbers. You know, we can set it up for returns, or we could do a type of, you know, where you purchase something and you're going to do a bunch of other items, you know, or add a particular item where it's only where you replace the scripted item. I'm not going to get into the details. There's so many combinations. This is so powerful that there's a lot of things you can do with this. So it's a very advanced feature, as I said. It's with advanced POS. And especially if somebody's doing a lot of specialty ordering, that sort of thing, it could be very powerful. So what I'd like to do, open this up for questions. Does anybody have any questions on purchase scripting? Well, let's do a little, you know, reminder. Remember, this is part of advanced POS. Very similar to what you can do in sales, but you can do it just for purchases. It can be reminders, superseded part numbers, replacement of particular items, starting, ending scripts, non-inventory item scripts, or department, category, or location. Everything that's available in sales is available in purchasing except for data port currently, and some common types that we've talked about throughout this. I'd like to thank everybody for attending. Remember, same time, same place, every Wednesday. Next week, Mike Tabor is going to talk about vendor catalogs. Again, it's a advanced only feature, but a lot of people are finding it very handy. Anybody have any questions? You folks have a great day.